How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast back with another video talking about the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And this is episode 5 of season 1. And oh my gosh, this one was actually really freaking good. Now, first, what I thought would probably be like pushed till the end of the episode was dealt with like immediately. Which, to some extent, like, now thinking about it, I can kind of see why they did that. So, anyways, by the way, spoilers for those who have not seen the show, and if you guys want to watch it, go check out the episodes before going to or at least watching my video. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this. So, anyways, it starts off, like, with literally the confrontation between Walker, Falcon, Sam, and Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier. And it is a brutal battle. Like, really brutal. Walker, at this point, I'm probably assuming due to the super serum that now courses through his veins, is, you know, really kind of feral in some sense when it comes to his fighting. When he, you know, goes toe-to-toe between Sam and Bucky. In fact, during the whole fight, Sam and Bucky are trying to get the shield away from Walker. And at some point in the fight, there's like, they're trying to pull it off his arm, and it got me thinking of, I want to say a lesser extent to when some of the Avengers, like Iron Man, Spider-Man, the Guardians, and Doctor Strange are trying to remove the gauntlet from Thanos on Titan. But again, to a lesser extent. In this case, it's like, you know, a false Captain America trying to keep the shield, and they're trying to pull it away from him. And during this whole fight, like after the whole thing, Walker gets a broken arm. He loses the shield. Sam actually takes off with the shield. By the way, during the fight, I should mention that it gets so brutal to the point where, in order to try to immobilize Sam to some extent, Walker literally rips the wings off his Falcon pack. I don't know. I'm sure that's not what it's called, but you know, you get the idea. He tears the wings off, and they have to use the shield against Walker. By the end, Walker's defeated. Sam takes the shield, and Bucky goes about his own business. And that particular business is dealing with Zemo, which, sure enough, and I think to an extent, he kind of gave us a hint of where he was going to be after the event, because he mentions in a previous episode the memorial to I think it was Sokovia. And there he is, staying there, like kind of giving remorse to the people that lost their lives in Sokovia. And sure enough, at first we think that Bucky's going to kill him, but turns out that's not the case. In fact, he turns them in to the Royal Guard of Wakanda, who mentions that they're taking him to the raft. And actually, it dawned on me for a second, because I remembered, oh wait, that's right, they took you know, the rest of the Avengers, or at least Captain America's Avengers, to the raft. And if I remember correctly, because I just recently played the Spider-Man game, they made a reference, or you get to visit the raft at some point, and that was where like all of the Spider-Man villains were. So honestly, it's a pretty cool, knowing where he's going. So anywho, before the Royal Guard take off, Bucky asks them for a favor. And for the last section of the movie, it's actually really cool, because we actually have Sam contemplate, because now he has a shield, and he's contemplating of whether or not to go to be the next Captain America, or what he should do. So one of the first things he does is he goes to Isaiah for his perspective. And kind of Isaiah, you know, with all the stuff that he's gone through, he's under I mean, when it comes down to his opinion, his point of view, he feels that no matter what, especially like even if you didn't have the super serum, whether or not you did or not, they wouldn't want, somebody who is African American being Captain America, and that they only idolize a particular individual, which I don't think that's. When it comes down to when it comes to Steve, he picked between Bucky and Sam. He picked Sam, which I don't think that's the case. And let's be honest here. We already know what's going to happen. We already know that Sam. As we see later in the episode, Sam dons the shield, and to an extent becomes, or at least it's hinted near the end that he is about to don the shield and don a new suit. But anywho, both Bucky and Sam, after the whole event, they go back to America. Walker is less than honorably discharged. He's presented to this huge committee who basically tell him he has no rank, no honor, because of what he did, because of him killing somebody unjustly. He has no rank, no honor, no benefits. So he is completely, his reputation is completely demolished or just dissolved. And honestly, I'm just gonna say, that sucks for him. But honestly, he was a douchebag. I really fucking hated this character, and to some extent, good riddance. But I will say it does set up the whole U.S. agent thing. So whatever. But anyways, continuing on, we have Sam going back home, at least to try to help his sister, and with the help of the community that apparently him and his sister and his family, or actually better yet, his parents have helped. They all come together to help him fix this boat that they've been working on. Bucky actually shows up too with a suitcase, which clearly is from Wakanda. So we're kind of wondering. A lot of us could probably guess what's inside. Again, because I think it's. Me personally, I think it's a new suit, especially with him donning his new role as Captain America. But that's just my prediction, because I think there's one more episode after this. But anyway, yeah. So he dons his new suit. Or not dons his new suit, but he doesn't touch it yet. He doesn't. Actually, in fact, the last bit of the episode, that suitcase is completely closed. We don't see what's inside it, which I think they're trying to keep that a secret till the next episode. But anywho, we have a nice bonding segment between Bucky and Sam, who both kind of recognize that to an extent they won't see eye to eye, but at the same time they both have a mutual respect, especially for an individual that they both respected, that being of Steve Rogers. So to an extent they know that they need to work together in order to stop Carly, who is at this point now inevitably forced to work with criminals in order to get the job done, or at least whatever she wants to accomplish done. So it clearly shows where she is going on her path. And at this point, it's up to Sam, and more likely Bucky, to end it. Now, the episode ends with them talking about this, this vote for a new declaration or act by the GRC, by which apparently the flag smashers, even though their the moments of their attacks have happened in Europe, it's discovered that there's one that just happened, or at least not happened, but a ping or location reading for New York. So Sam realizes, okay, it's time, we need to end this. So now at this point, Carly and her crew are getting ready to attack. They're at the GRC, who are trying to debate on their ethics and what they should be doing, especially for the refugees. And at this point, for the last bit of the episode, Sam is getting ready to fight. And by the way, really cool montage with Sam, by the way. Sam, who is now gun-ho to donning the shield. We have this whole, like, this whole training montage with him, and I absolutely fucking love it. Especially with him, like, preparing himself to be stronger and better, as well as being able to use the shield that Captain America gave him, or basically passed on to him. So, it's a really cool montage. I really freaking love it. So, but anyways, going forward, the episode ends with Sam finally opening the suitcase, and kind of like a Pulp Fiction moment. We don't see what's inside the suitcase, but we get an idea of what it could be. Me personally, I think it's his new wings, as well as quite possibly his new suit. But we won't know till the end of the episode. But anywho, honestly, I really like this episode. I like that they dealt with the douchebag Walker. I do feel like they're setting up, because there's a moment where he meets somebody, or somebody meets him, to talk about his potential. So I think they're setting up a U.S. agent with him. I like scenes I liked with this, or at least segments I liked of this episode, has to be the training montage, as well as the moment with Bucky. Actually, I think it was you might consider another montage where you have Bucky, Sam, and Sam's entire community, or friends and family, coming together to fix his family's boat. I think that was another great scene or segment that I really, really freaking enjoyed. So, above all, great episode. Really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to what I think is the last episode for this episode, or at least this season. So, who knows? But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I think I've said all I've needed to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.